Imagine a circle. That circle represents $1 million. Now imagine 10 of those circles side by side. That's 10 million, now 100. That's $100 million. Now take that entire image, every single circle, and multiply it by 1,000. That's what $1 billion looks like. Jeff Bezos doesn't have 1 billion. He has over 170 of them. And then there's you. You're working a job right now. Maybe you're good at it. Maybe you even like it. You show up, you put in the hours, you do everything you were told to do, study hard, get the degree, land the job, save what you can, and yet, your savings account barely moves. Your expenses keep climbing. Your paycheck disappears before the month ends. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a voice keeps asking, is this really it? You look at the millionaires, the billionaires, the 30-year-olds with real estate portfolios and private flights, and you feel it. That mix of confusion, frustration, and something close to rage. How? They got lucky. They were born into it. The system is rigged. The game was never fair to begin with. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is rigged. But what if the real problem isn't the game? It's that nobody ever taught you the rules. You were sold. Here's what school taught you about money. Study. Graduate. Get a job. Earn a salary. Repeat until retirement. That's the equation. And for most people, that's the only equation they ever learn. But there's a problem with that equation, and it's a fatal one. It trades the one resource you can never get back, asterisk time, for the one resource that, above all others, you actually need more of, asterisk money. Let's do the math. Say you earn $25 an hour. You work 40 hours a week. You're disciplined, you save. At that rate, with no taxes, no rent, no groceries, no life, it would take you over 19 years to reach $1 million. Now add taxes, add living expenses, add inflation eating away at the purchasing power of every dollar you earn. The reality is brutal. By the time you accumulate real wealth through a traditional salary, most of your life is already behind you. You didn't build wealth. You rented your time, and you sold it cheap. What the wealthy actually know. Here's something the media rarely tells you. According to WealthX, 68% of the world's ultra-wealthy, people with a net worth above $30 million, are entirely self-made, not inherited, not lucky, asterisk self-made. Warren Buffett, self-made. Howard Schultz, born in poverty in Brooklyn, self-made. Oprah Winfrey, born into rural poverty in Mississippi, self-made. Sarah Blakely, started Spanx with $5,000 in savings, self-made. So what do they know that you don't? It's not intelligence. It's not connections. It's not even hard work. Because plenty of hard-working people die broke. It's an asterisk different equation. And that equation starts with one sentence that will change the way you see money forever. Real equation. Stop chasing money. Start chasing problems. Read that again. Every single dollar that exists in this economy, every transaction, every paycheck, every billion-dollar acquisition, traces back to one thing, asterisk. Someone solved a problem someone else had. Amazon solved the problem of inconvenient shopping. Google solved the problem of finding information. Uber solved the problem of unreliable transportation. Apple solved the problem of complicated technology. The size of the problem determines the size of the reward. A $1,000 problem? You might build a small business, $1,000 problem? You might build a company. A $0 problem. You might build an empire. This isn't theory. This is the architecture of every major fortune ever built. And the beautiful part? You don't need to be a tech genius. You don't need venture capital. You don't need to code. You don't need to reinvent the internet. You just need to asterisk listen to the market. What are people frustrated by? What do they constantly complain about? What do they desperately wish existed? What inconvenience do they tolerate every single day because nobody's fixed it yet? That's your starting point. Not passion, not asterisk. Problems. The critical ingredient. Finding a problem is step 1. Step 2, and this is where most people fail, is building a solution that asterisk scales. Here's what scale means. Your income cannot be limited by your time. A plumber who charges $100 an hour is still trading time for money. A yoga instructor charging per session is still trading time for money. Even a doctor earning $300,000 a year is, fundamentally, still trading time for money. None of these are paths to wealth. They're just more comfortable versions of the same trap. A scalable solution is one that works while you sleep. One that serves one customer or 1 million customers with no meaningful increase in your cost. Software, digital products, systems, franchises, content, intellectual property. Build it once, sell it infinitely. That's the difference between income and wealth. And once your scalable system is running, automate it. Build processes. Hire people who are better than you at specific tasks. Remove yourself as the bottleneck. Because here's the hard truth. If your business can't run without you, you don't own a business. You own a job with extra steps. Asterisks, the moment everything pays off. At some point, one of two things happens. Either your business becomes a machine, generating cash flow, running on systems, growing without your constant involvement, or someone offers to buy it. This is called an acquisition, and it's where generational wealth is actually created. Instagram, acquired by Facebook for $1 billion. 13 employees at the time. PAL, sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Elon Musk walked away with $165 million personally. YouTube, acquired by Google for $1.65 billion. Just 18 months after launch. These weren't accidents. These were the logical outcome of people who identified real problems, built scalable solutions, and refused to let their income be capped by the hours in a day. You may never build the next Instagram. That's fine. But a business that solves a genuine problem, built with the right systems, and sold for even $500,000 or $2 million, that changes a family's financial trajectory forever. Asterisk. What this was always really about. Let me be honest with you about something. This was never about the money. Money is paper. It's a number on a screen. Its value only exists because we collectively agree that it does. What you actually want, what you've always wanted, is asterisk freedom. The freedom to wake up without an alarm and not panic. The freedom to take your parents somewhere nice and not check your bank account first. The freedom to say yes to opportunities instead of no to everything. The freedom to not spend the best decades of your life doing work that doesn't matter to you for a company that would replace you in 2 weeks if you disappeared. That's what this is about. And the path to that freedom has never been the paycheck. The path has always been the asterisk problem you choose to solve. The hard part, I won't lie to you. This road is not easy. Most people who start won't finish. Most businesses that launch won't survive. There will be months where you question everything. Moments where the stable, predictable salary looks impossibly attractive. But failing fast, and learning from it, is not a setback. It's the curriculum. Every failed attempt is market research. Every dead end points you toward a better direction. The people who eventually win are rarely the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to stop iterating. So here's your assignment. Look around you. Listen to the people in your life. Read the complaints on Reddit, the frustrations on forums, the reviews people leave when they're let down by a product or service. Ask yourself, is there a problem here I could solve? Is there a solution that could reach thousands or millions of people without requiring all of my time? Start there. Not with the money. Never with the money. Chase the problem. Build the solution. Create the scale. The money will follow. It always does. The system wasn't designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you functional, productive enough to keep things running, comfortable enough not to ask questions. But now you know something different. You know the equation that the top 1% have been quietly using for generations. The question is, what are you going to do with it? If this video gave you a new perspective on money, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And drop a comment below. What problem are you thinking about solving? I read every single one.